Unashinanga ukiona Bunge La Mwananchi, unaona clips za Nuru Okanga, unaona clip ya Omosho na unaona clips juu ya nani? Unaona clip ya Godha Mgodhe. These are guys wenye wamekuja tukiona online na tumejua through Bunge La Mwananchi. So I've been curious to know Bunge La Mwananchi. But what is Bunge La Mwananchi? Is it an official thing? Is it a thing yenye tu wananchi wamejicreatea? I got a chance kukaa na speaker wa Bunge La Mwananchi, the speaker wa Kenya yote ya Bunge La Mwananchi. I was surprised that Bunge La Mwananchi iko na branches. Iko na branch ya Jacaranda in Nairobi, iko na branch ya Githurai, iko na branch ya Westlands. So I got to sit with speaker, her guy. How can you join Bunge La Mwananchi? Na mbona wamama si wengi, mbona ladies si wengi kwa Bunge La Mwananchi? Na pia, who funds Bunge La Mwananchi? Is this something that iko funded? Je, speaker analipwa? Members wanalipwa? Do they have elected members? Do they have elective positions? All this, if you're interested to know, hii interview I'm sure you'll not miss to watch. Kumekuwa na issue that some people are saying, watu wanaongea kwa Bunge La Mwananchi, kina Nuru Okanga, kina Omosho now and the rest. Some people are feeling like wanavuka mpaka. Wana abuse the freedom of expression. How true is this? Are they correct on this? And how can this be guided? For this and much more, Speaker atatuelezea zaidi in this interview, and I hope you'll enjoy, and I also hope you learn a thing or two, and you get to know how important Bunge La Mwananchi is to the freedom of expression ya mwananchi, and also how insightful it is to the government, sababu government pia inatoanga hapa hivi how the ground inaendelea. Get to watch this and more. Itakuwa fiti sana, subscribe to our channel, support us, and we'll continue to bring you such informative topics. And also hapa chini unaweza which other topic do you want to know apart from Bunge La Mwananchi? Are you a businessman that you want to know how to run business? Are you a sports person unataka kujua wasi wajua sports na happen aje, or any other thing? Use this channel, itakuwa fiti sana. I'm out. Twende to watch interview.
Honorable members of the National People's Assembly, we all yearn for good leadership. Uronga mkweli? Si tunataka uongozi bora kule bunge na katika taifa letu la Jamhuri la Kenya. Na kama tunataka uongozi bora, lazima sisi tukue bora zaidi kuliko wale wako kule. Kule katika in the National Assembly unaona wanapigana. Matamshi mengine pia hayaambatani na peace and security of our nation. We will protect the peace and security of this country with the last drop of our blood, I included.
Story na Ochino.
Thank you, my brother Ochino.
Yes.
I'm very much pleased for hosting me on your channel. My name is CPA Hagai Tenye. I'm the National Speaker of Noble Social Movement Bunge La Mwananchi, which is mainly concerned with civic education, public participation, so that people at the lower pyramid or wananchi can be well versed with the socio-economic, political, governmental issues affecting the Republic of Kenya.
Yeah.
Yes. So what exactly do we normally do in Bunge La Mwananchi? In Bunge La Mwananchi, it is a kind of organic public participation and civic education platform where Kenyans can converge, Kenyans from all walks of life, different political affiliation, different ethnic background, different Maslow hierarchy of needs, can converge to discuss various issues pertaining to their social welfare, the economic state of the country, the political hygiene of our country. And so far so good, I've nurtured over 50 youths who can now express themselves, who weren't able before to even talk in front of people. That is my noble call, to ensure that they nurture themselves so that they can also contest in different political seats. We are all aware that Murkomen came from also civil society, and he used to be very active in articulating on national issues. And he recently even thanked SK Macharia for giving him platform.
Yeah.
And I never know, you can also So today you can see where Murkomen is. This is the Internal Security Cabinet Secretary. And we want to thank our media, the Fourth Estate. You really do great by covering us, and Kenyans can see what is our value to the national building? Because a nation that does not talk is a dead nation.
Yeah.
We must articulate issues. Kenyans must be well informed on what is happening in different sectors of our economy, agriculture, trade and investment, tourism and wildlife, everything.
Yeah.
The security of the country, education, health, so that wananchi can do social audit on how sub-national government, that is the county government, famously known as county governments, and also the national government operate. That is what we do on our daily basis from Monday to Friday at the national headquarters from 5, when we have already done our economic activities to settle also our bills, because we have also bills to settle. So that is what we normally do. When we are invited to our branches, Westland, Jacaranda, and also upcountry, we organize the logistics and we also attend to ensure that wananchi think on the same way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, I think that's very nice of you.
Yeah.
You've summarized it in a way that any normal person can understand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I understand. I'm the speaker.
Wow, I think you've put it in a way that any person who's watching can now understand what Bunge La Mwananchi is. Apart from just seeing the viral videos of people talking at Bunge La Mwananchi, people can now understand what Bunge La Mwananchi is. So maybe let's go now into details. Meaning Bunge La Mwananchi is officially recognized by the government. How many branches do you have now that you said that you have various branches in Kenya? Because personally, I saw you at Jivanjik Gardens, at the Bunge La Mwananchi that is usually there. So I believe that is the main headquarter. So maybe you can tell us how many headquarters do you have in Kenya right now? And now that you're the speaker of Bunge La Mwananchi, do you now head all the outlets of Bunge La Mwananchi? And what are some of your roles yourself as speaker?
At the national headquarters, my work is just to chair and also ensure that the standing orders are observed by honorable members. You know that these are wananchi, and some of them behave differently. And we have seen even in the National Assembly how they behave. Because where people converge, you must find some people who are very rowdy. So you must also be a very intelligent and sober guy. You must not, because you are leading people from different political affiliations, just as I had said, and ethnicity, you just know. So they differ in ideology. So at the national headquarters, just like any speaker of any county assembly, the Senate and also the National Assembly, my work is just to chair and regulate, ensure that members observe the standing orders, just as they do in the county assembly and the county. You know, we as the people, we have indirectly donated our powers to these assemblies at the county and at the national level and also at the Senate, because we are the people voting them. So since all of us cannot converge in those 47 county assemblies and also at the Senate and the National Assembly, we must also organize ourselves down here to nurture leaders so that in future we are not needing. So my work description is just to chair and ensure that they work within the need of any house assembly, the legislation, fora, the standing orders, point of order, point of correction, things like that, contribution, who contribute. You ensure that we normally have antagonist side, the protagonist side. Maybe a member comes up with a motion, like recently we were discussing about the abduction. You find some people are saying some are kidnapping themselves, some people are saying it is the security personnel doing that. So we converge. Then at the end of it, I give that wananchi are against abduction, because it is even affecting our public image at the global level. So those are the things we do. We just don't talk for the sake of talking. We take even the state of the economy of Kenya. Recently, we also talked about the agriculture sector, where fake fertilizer was given. You find that some people support, though on that agriculture, many people really went against it, because agriculture is the backbone of our country, and Kenya need to produce more products so that we have food security in our nation. So we normally bring different types of debates. We also discuss about the IEBC. Those are some of the motions which are being brought by members. Sometimes when they are brought by the members, then we have the seconder, and people articulate on them. You saw how they rejected Nyachai. They really rejected Nyachai and Amadi. Yeah. And they really, the voice was heard. It was really loud, and you know how it has ended. And now Rastas, Etheno, Erastus, this fellow Kenyans from Turkana County, is now heading that commission, and we have trust that is going to deliver a credible election. So those are the things we discuss at the headquarters, and you find it is a replica of what is discussed in our headquarters, like Westland, which has really, we opened, that is the last branch we opened, the Westland Bunge La Mwananchi, and we really with them. We really work with them together, and so far so good. We are not doing bad in terms of debates and contribution by members. So we are in the right trajectory to ensure that we produce leaders of tomorrow. We need leaders of tomorrow so that our country
kwa jacket.
Okay, sasa. So that in future we get leaders who can articulate issues pertaining to their constituent, because you cannot just become a leader. Most of our leaders are not coming from, some are coming from corporate, they don't understand the ground, and this is what has affected the political architecture of our country. We find that some of them are not even people of ethics. Within the ethics, wash guys, and when they come with more money. So we took this, I took this, since I took power, I ensure that Bunge La Mwananchi is an organized entity where people can articulate issues. And you media, you used to fear even coming to cover us. And
I remember.
Due to my diplomacy, and we have brought media, and they are now secure. And whoever jokes with the media, until the last drop of my blood, we will deal with you ruthlessly. So you also help us to ensure that whatever we discuss goes viral, and everyone can see what we are discussing at their nini. And this also helps the National Intelligence Service to also tell the government on what the people think at the grassroots level. Because through that, we will have a working nation. We need to have a good civil service. Because once we have a good civil service, like the one we had in the 1960s and 70s, Kenya will go forward. We must not only anchor our recruitment based on academic, but it should also be in terms of the character. We have some people who get angry very fast. So things like that. We must also need people who can mishandle those who want services to their needs. So that is the direction we need. And there is a talk going on after youths. We don't want that. If he's a youth, he must be an honest youth. A transparent youth. That is the direction we want to take. So we must also take the caliber of leaders we elect.
Sasa nataka utuambie, now that you're the speaker wa the whole Bunge La Mwananchi in the whole country, and the main headquarters ziko Jivanji, if I'm not wrong. So which other parts of Kenya do Bunge La Mwananchi ina happen? Happen which day and which day?
Thank you very much, Brother Chino. Jivanji is the main headquarter. You know that Bunge La Mwananchi is an amorphous social movement which was formed, anchored. The talk of Bunge La Mwananchi started in 1975 when a lot of political assassinations were done by the past regimes as alleged. But coming into that, they fought the one-party state and led to the Section 2A by His Excellency Daniel Arap Moi the late, a man whom I emulate kabisa. You can see even the fimbo.
Fimbo Nyayo.
So when Moi dropped the Section 2A, then multi-party came in. And you see how people were very tough. James Orengo, Professor Nyang' Nyong'o, and many more. This guy from, we have people like Martha Karua. They were very kabando. They were very tough in bringing the nini. So the headquarters started at Jivanji. That is where they converged and started articulating issues that we need to have people's assembly. So that people discuss things. And you see the leaders coming from our movement are very strong, and they know how to articulate. They understand the ground because they know the problems which have happened. These people from corporate, I'm not saying that they are bad, but they don't understand what is happening at the grassroots. So in Bunge La Mwananchi, Jivanji, we have different platforms. We have different branches. For instance, Jacaranda, which is in the Embakasi, the large Embakasi region, and it is the mother of our branches at Embakasi Central, Embakasi East, Embakasi West, North, and South. We also have Madare, one in Madare and Uruma, covering Madare North and Ruaraka. We also have others in Kahawa, for the Kasarani and Roysambu. We also have Westland, which covers Dagoretti North and South. There's also another one in Kibra, Kamkunji, which is sometimes Raila normally goes there, and it covers Kibra and Langata.
Yeah.
So those are the branches which are nearing, which my successful leaders open. I only opened the one for Westland.
Yeah.
And again, Bunge La Mwananchi is very active also in many counties. Mombasa, we are in Mombasa, we are in Kwale, we are in Lamu, we are also in Kilifi, and parts of Western Kenya, the counties in Western Kenya, Trans Nzoia, Bungoma, Kakamega, Busia, Vihiga, Kisumu. We are in Kisii. We are also in Nyamira, Homabay, Migori, and also we have a branch in. We also have branches.
Yeah.
In Kiambu, the Ruiru, those areas of Juja. We also have Kiambu town.
Yeah.
So Bunge La Mwananchi is in every. We are in Nyeri.
Yeah.
We are also going to open another branch in Nyeri, in Kieni. We are organizing that.
Yeah.
Though we normally face, Bunge La Mwananchi is not funded. We depend on well-wishers. And you have seen that we are trying to partner with the big wigs by trying to bring city tycoon Jim Wanjigi. We recently hosted Cabinet Secretary for Finance, John Badi.
Yeah. We
are also trying to bring MPs so that it is a platform which can attract different kinds of people, the corporate, the politician, so that we open branches, because we have people who cannot access media, and you must go on ground there so that they understand. We want to have a well-informed society, because once we have a well-informed society, leaders cannot abuse their powers. That is the direction I would wish Kenya to go into, because we have been wasted by leaders who have no interest at all of wananchi. It is not only horrifying, but utter disrespect to our sovereignty and also patriotism as a nation. So that is the direction which I wanted Bunge to go to since I took power in 2023 December. That is the direction we would wish, nurturing leaders, and I've also urged members to come up with self-help groups, CBOs, civil society groups, so that they can use them for economic purposes, maybe in engaging in community social responsibility. We are not only politicking and advocating for good governance, but members must also empower themselves. That is the direction which we have implemented, and it is going on well. Socially, people can be depressed, but since we converge together, you make friends with different kinds of people, so that you can share on the difficulties you are going through, and you find if you share a problem shared is halfway solved. Yeah, sure. So we are covering all those areas, politically, political, economical, social also affairs, so that we be a healthy nation in all those spectrums, or rather spheres. Yes.
I think that summarizes also in a way that mwananchi wa kawaida pia mwenye ana watch ataweza kuelewa. And now that pia vijana wengi, now that also we are catching up, age is catching up, ama we are also going into adulting na nini, most of us pia tuko na hiyo wish ya pia kujoin Bunge La Mwananchi, to take part and also raise our voices and be heard. So the aspect of now, you guys, if Bunge La Mwananchi is recognized by the government, ushatuambia it's recognized by the government officially, it's an official entity. When it comes to now funding, if the government is not funding Bunge La Mwananchi, na hapa ndio serikali inapata pia intelligence ama wanapata venye ground inasema, don't you think that government should be funding Bunge La Mwananchi, because some other entities can also take the advantage to fund members of Bunge La Mwananchi, so that they sambaza the agenda, ama so that they push the agenda kwa Bunge La Mwananchi? You as speaker, how do you make sure that hakuna misleading agendas zenye zinakuwa passed through Bunge La Mwananchi ili affect negatively society? Ama is it something that it's also allowed because it's a forum, free speech, that kila mtu ana pass their agenda?
I also fund it in terms of time. Because I give it my time and energy and intellectual. Members are also funding it because by coming there, they come with their own fare. They come there unconditionally. They are also funding it. I think, and you see up to where we are, no one is funding us.
Yeah.
And we are doing well because members fund their time, they fund their energy, they fund their intel. I also do the same because I'm also a member. By being speaker, I'm also a member of Bunge La Mwananchi. So we fund it. It is not everything related around money.
Yeah.
But I've also told our members that just on the 3 spheres which I said, we can also engage in economic activities. For instance, community social responsibility. Yeah. By ensuring that we do cleaning in the society. And most of our CBOs are doing that. I have a CBO which I'm also the chair. Because Bunge La Mwananchi you cannot register. Yeah. I have a CBO which we do cleaning services. So you will find someone who says, these people are very constructive. Yeah. Let us give them something. And we give youths so that youths can help us in doing those cleaning services, maybe sweeping the road, things like that, burning those taka-taka, so that we live in an environment. And we do this in slum areas. Yeah. So we are an organized entity. Funding, we don't only go to beg, but we show by our actions. Yeah. When a leader comes, you saw recently, he said that they encourage us. The government spokesperson encouraged us that we form many groups. Yeah. Dr. Mwaura came and encouraged us to form more groups so that we can engage in maybe someone can come and say, due to a charity, charity donation. It's not that they want their ideologies to be implemented by Bunge La Mwananchi, but due to charity. Yeah. So members can use that to also build themselves, engage in entrepreneurship. Because at the end of the day, you need food on top of the table. Sure. It's not just a matter of advocacy. You need food on the table. So those are the spheres I've brought. So it's not that people will come and take the ideology of Bunge of fighting for the common Mwananchi. That will not be taken, that will not be shaken. Yeah. Bunge La Mwananchi main vision and mission is to fight for the voice of the voiceless, so that it can be heard. And we normally, human rights, we ensure that human rights are well taken care of. We ensure that we have good governance. So Bunge La Mwananchi cannot be influenced by anyone. Yeah. Even members will tell you that that is personal. So we work together, we fight for the common Mwananchi, but members have formed some economic groups in terms of registered companies and things like that, which they can engage in community social responsibility to get charitable donors, both locally and also at the international level. Yeah. And some of our members are doing well and continue to help people, farmers. We have some CSOs which work closely with the farmers. Yeah. Subsistence farming in upcountry or rather in the rural Kenya and also in the slum areas, so that they be informed, they know the kind of seed to plant, they know the kind of fertilizer, organic farming. Yeah. We are not for manure. Yeah. Use of organic farming. So this has been done. I don't want to mention the CSOs, but they are doing good work in the different countries in the Republic of Kenya. And this was initiated by leaders who came before I came, and I've enhanced that. Yeah. I want by the time I'll be winding as speaker, we will have many groups. We will have different groups, and their members can empower themselves and go forward. That is what leadership is. That is what Professor Magoha the late taught me when I was joining University of Nairobi, Unitate Labo. Make something better than you found it. Yeah, make something better than you found it. That is my vision and mission. We want to ensure that Bunge La Mwananchi is respected, is a bedrock where leaders are manufactured before you go to the national politics.
You said Unitate Labo.
Unitate Labo, working together.
Unitate Labo.
Unitate Labo.
So. Yeah. Now on that point of now working together, let's get into now the runnings of Bunge La Mwananchi. Yeah. The operations. Personally, from my own observation, when I came there, I heard that if you are a person who has not been at Bunge La Mwananchi, who has not been attending Bunge La Mwananchi actively for a minimum of 2 years, you cannot be given the podium to air out your issues. And personally, I feel that is somewhat locking out the younger generation who might wish to also come and articulate their issues affecting them personally and also their other youths. Don't you think this is unfair? And you as speaker, are these some of the things that you can change? And for you to change them, is it that they are also in the constitution of Bunge La Mwananchi?
your questions, just as I had said, they are very, very progressive.
Yeah.
Well, in any place, a visitor must sit and first look at how businesses are conducted. Even in the military, when you are recruited, we have sergeants, we have senior sergeants, we have corporals, we have non-commissioned officers, and also commissioned officers.
Yeah.
We have lieutenant colonel, colonel, brigadier, major general, lieutenant general, and general, foster general.
Yeah.
So when you come as a new member, we are not gagging you not to contribute. Even Gen Z, a group of Gen Z have approached me yesterday, and they said they would want to come to Bunge La Mwananchi tomorrow.
Yeah.
When we will have our speeches, and I welcome them. But first we have to meet, and they have to know our rules and regulations.
Yeah.
We have Gen Z also in Bunge La Mwananchi, and they know how to articulate issues.
Yeah.
So when you come new, you must sit and see how members contribute. Then if you are now mature enough, because recently when we welcome a new person, you find that they are chanting a chants which will make Bunge La Mwananchi be seen as a militia group. You know, people, you must, I don't want to lead something which will have a collision with the peace and security of the country. So we are not gagging anyone. When you come, just sit. We have your age mates who are very pro. You will see how they articulate issues, economically, politically, socially, culturally, religiously, and all manner of spheres. So you must just sit, observe. You can sit even 2 days if you are a first learner. Yeah. Even just 2 days you can come. You said you came, and you saw how we conduct our business. And now you can also come, and I give you platform because you have sat, you have seen. But you cannot just come from nowhere, then you start shouting, because that is the more we have seen. We don't want it to be disorderly. Yeah. I'm so much inclined to order, because I was brought up in a military barracks. So I love order so much. Yeah. So when you are a young person, we have your fellow young people. I'm also a millennial. We have Gen Z there. Those are our young brothers. You come, just sit. If you are new, you will see your fellow. And when tomorrow, I want, when they come, I always give their fellow Gen Z so that they see how they talk, how they articulate issues. Yeah. So that we don't collide with the peace and security of our country. We are not gagging anyone. It is a social platform for everyone, but we have rules and regulations. Yeah. Without that, we are going nowhere. So when you sit and see how people articulate issues, you just raise your hand. Maybe you can start with the point of order, point of correction, point of information, things like that. As you come, then when we give you platform, you can have that courage to stand and articulate yourselves. Yeah. So it is one of the best things that has ever happened in my Nini. And leadership I started in a primary school. Yeah. In nursery. That's what I can say. It's very enjoyable. Yeah. It's very enjoyable.
I think that's nice. Yeah. But as you said now, when shifting a bit on the part of now gagging people, yes, there's freedom of expression, and at Bunge La Mwananchi there's that platform that common Mwananchi can come, air out their issues, their grievances, so that the government can hear what issues that watu wa ground wako nayo. But now there's this aspect of sometimes, even personally, when you watch some of the articulations that people at Bunge La Mwananchi airing out their points, nikawa napitisha mpaka at some point. Has the government ever been at the wrong side with you, with your members, because of the things that they're saying? And you as the speaker, what's your role to guide them as what they can say and what they cannot say? Well, despite the fact that kuna hiyo freedom of expression.
Thank you very much, Ochino. Yeah. At the headquarters, I try so much that people don't just utter words which are in a collision with the peace and security of the nation. So we face these challenges at our branches and in our Jacaranda branch, where we talk to them. Yeah. We talked to them before, but some haven't changed. But we remain optimistic that, people are also different. Yeah. And I wish that media there to be very keen in ensuring that they also coach them to ensure that their language is coded, so that they don't utter things which will increase ethnic animosity amongst us. So it is the work also of media to see on what to air and what not to air. Yeah. Because we see them through media.
True.
Had media not put that, we couldn't have seen them. So the media must also help me.
Yeah.
Media must also help our branch speakers, especially at our branch in Jacaranda, because the people whom you even mentioned, they are our members from that Nini. But at the national headquarters, we do very well. You
True.
can even see now we are training, we articulate issues very well. I've taken charge, and during my free time, I normally go to advise our speakers at different branches to be more focused. And Westland is really implementing.
Yeah.
Because in Westland, you cannot just utter things like that. And many of our branches in Kisumu and also Mombasa, Kiambu, they are very orderly. So the people you have mentioned, I think it is upon the leaders, our branch leaders, to focus on that, because we don't want to be viewed as people who do not operate within the law.
Yeah.
Freedom of assembly is enshrined in our 2010 promulgated constitution, and we must work within its confines so that we don't collide with the laws of our land.
Yeah.
That is the direction I want to take. It is a good platform.
Yeah.
Which can nurture, just as I had said. We have comedy. If you are a comedian,
Yeah.
an artist, we have your platform at Kenya National Theatre. But there we do politics.
Yeah.
There we do serious politics.
Yeah.
We do serious politics. You know, comedy is also there.
Yeah.
And the comedy is also a source of employment to youth.
True.
I think they can improve on how they speak, then they merge it with the comedy. They can do well in comedy,
Yeah.
but not on articulating of issues.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that comedy is may I not be misquoted,
No,
but
it's true.
comedy also produced
But it's true,
a lot
even-
to our
Yeah. Even in the US, there's a comedian called Dave Chappelle.
yeah
His comedy is more of political. He does political comedy.
political
He attacks
comedy.
the government, he advises the government.
Yeah.
And people love it. Some people don't love it because at the end of the day, it's politics. Now, as you said, some of your members, over time, when Bunge La Mwananchi is growing, they're also growing in terms of popularity. As speaker, how can you, or what's your role maybe in guiding them so that as the individual fame grows, for example, Nuru Okanga, Usiku wa Manani, Omosho Anawa, these are some of the individuals who through the Bunge La Mwananchi space, they've been able to grow the society, watu wanawajua. As speaker, do you have any role in guiding them on what they should do, like going forward? Or is it that they're doing enough? Hata kuwa tu hapo kwa Bunge La Mwananchi is already enough for them?
We formed, I recently have a committee of finance and investment, so that when our members have grown, they can be advised on what ways so that they can increase. And you find that at the headquarters, our members have grown exponentially, steadily up.
Yeah.
Bunge can destroy you or build you. Bunge is like media.
Yeah.
No katikati. Chini ama juu.
Yeah.
So those who are consulting widely on the committee which I formed, which deals with the advising on these people, I think at the national headquarters of Bunge, our members are doing well.
Yeah.
Especially those who have been attending that. They are doing very well. And recently you saw some are also flanking Trans Nzoia governor
Yeah.
to the West Kenya rallies. And they are starting talking to people.
Yeah.
And people are, and even those elected leaders are even shocked.
Yeah.
Hey, kumbe, these people are very good in communication. So at the national headquarters, we produce leaders.
Yeah.
We produce Kiborek, the current serving member of parliament of Mogotio. We have Nandi Hills, former MP,
Yeah.
Alfred Keter. We have Agostino Neto of Ndiwa, though he's former. We have Kabando. Those are some of the members who came from Bunge La Mwananchi. Even Minister of Internal Security is also a member.
Murkame.
Governor Sakaja
Okay.
was a member of Bunge La Mwananchi National Headquarters.
Yeah.
So there we manufacture leaders. And that is the thing I'm spearheading. Currently, I have a number of people who are going for elective seats, and they are very vibrant. They are very fiery.
Yeah.
And even elected MPs are wondering. These people, recently I was very happy when some of our members used to were articulating issues in the Western Kenya tour. Some of our members flanked Natembea, irrespective of their political affiliation.
Yeah.
I am very happy. Whether you are in opposition, whether you are in government, you are supporting government, you can attend those rallies and articulate issues. I'm very much delighted. Keep going forward, because we must get in the system.
Yeah.
You cannot succeed when you don't work within the system. Because you remember, I like giving example with Tanzania.
Yeah.
CCM party, under the leadership of Julius Kambarage Nyerere Mwalimu the late, he really strengthened CCM party. And there is a certain ideology, vision and mission of CCM. And when you find Magufuli the late,
Yeah.
John Pombe Magufuli, came and worked within the system. But he was just in the system, but he knew what he wanted to do to the Wananchi.
Yeah.
When he got power, he really transformed Wananchi and brought leadership close to the people. So I just want to urge our people, starting alone might be very much difficult due to the logistics, financial logistics, but we can get into the system and work within the system. Then when we get to the point of authority, we take full charge and ensure that we bring the change we want. Because these people have money, and our politics confines around finance. Our politics is confined around finance. So when you want to start it from outside, yes, people might hear you, but during electioneering period, you find money, and when someone thinks of his or her bills, then they sell their identity and their power through voting for wrong people. So we can partner with these people, but we know our agenda. We know our noble agenda. Our noble agenda is getting into the system and showing them that what is needed at the grassroots level. What is needed at the grassroots level, so that they can be well aware that this is the direction we need to follow. I'm very much delighted with the late John Pombe Magufuli. He really did a lot. I normally watch his videos, how he used to govern, and that is in my DNA. That is the direction I would wish to take when I have power. And not even at Bunge La Mwananchi, that is what I do. I like grooming people. In my leadership, people who even were fearing talking in front of people, today they can articulate issues and they thank me. So that is an impact I've brought to Bunge La Mwananchi, and not only Bunge La Mwananchi, even at the University of Nairobi, I used to bring students close to the administration and ensure that student affairs are well heard and implemented by the administration. Same to high school. Some do respect, and they normally call me even now, even at the primary level, bringing people together. This is something I was born with. I have not learned in any school. You cannot learn in any school how to bring people together, how to talk to people. So it is in the DNA. I like when we work together. When I'm alone, I perish. Me, a guy, when I'm alone, I perish. So I like when we come together and spearhead a common agenda, a common progressive agenda which can change our way of life and our value in society.
True. I think that's nice. Now, we are almost winding up. But now, as you said, my aim personally, when it came to Bunge La Mwananchi, I saw it online and then I was like, okay, this is something that can be very important also to the nation. And with my small media, I was like, let me like cover it, and also people can see it's a serious entity. It's an entity that has structures, so that they can also give it the weight that it deserves. Now, tell us, sisi kama watu wa nje, when tunaiona na already wewe ni speaker. If you're the speaker and you're the head, it means that you have also structures under you and you also have other offices under you as the speaker. Maybe tell us what are some of the other offices that iko chini ya speaker, or you can give us the whole structure ya Bunge La Mwananchi.
Well, Bunge La Mwananchi has numerous structure. You know that Bunge La Mwananchi relates well with the legislation. So we have the speaker, and also we have the executive wing, where we have president, the deputy president, and his secretaries who look into different sectors of our economy: the technology, business, agriculture, education, health. We also have the speaker, the deputy speaker. We have the speaker panel. Even currently Bunge is going on, and you will see there is a chair there coordinating. So Bunge is still running. These are some of the things which have strengthened. So that is the speaker. We have the women representatives, so that the voice of women can also be heard. We have the attorney general, who can take our petition, because it's not just a matter of talking at the headquarters. We must have a petition. Like for the IBC fiasco, we had a petition which we took, and you saw what happened. Our way won. What we wanted was achieved. We have also the women representative. We just as I have stated, we have the Secretary General who give the stand and always remind members on the norms of Bunge La Mwananchi. I think you heard him that day when he's saying that new members must sit and see on how the structure, how we run our nini. People might have taken it bad, but it is within the nini. So those are some of the seats which we have there. Yeah, and members. Yeah.
So now, how do you get to?
We also have a social platform.
The
WhatsApp group where we articulate issues, because Bunge goes even at midnight. People still comment. We discuss political issues. So that is all. And election, we do election after every 2 years. When you work well, you can go to another post like that, but you don't go for life, so that we nurture leaders. We nurture leaders.
Okay, so now that you've told us that elections for Bunge La Mwananchi officials, they happen after every 2 years, maybe because it's a public forum, is it every interested Mwananchi who votes, or is it registered voters who are also official registered members for Bunge La Mwananchi who elect the leaders during the elections? Why is there not many women in Bunge La Mwananchi? Where there few women wenye tunaonanga kwa Bunge La Mwananchi?
Bunge La Mwananchi National Headquarters has an electoral body which is currently there, and we normally announce when election is coming, maybe 2 months to election or 3 months later, we start voter registration. And there are questions which the commissioners are also elected by members. People propose who has meets the ethics threshold, so that we put people who will not corrupt the system. We don't want to be people who are advocating for a good governance, and yet we are not doing it. So at the national headquarters, we have a well structured electoral body with the chairperson, the deputy vice chairperson, the secretary, the treasurer, commissioners of communication, technology, things like that. Well structured. So with them, after electing them 3 months to election, it is a vigorous. Members see who behaves well, who normally meet the ethics threshold, just as I had insinuated, just as I had put it. So that is what they do. That's what we do. When we have a commission, they start recruiting members. There are questions which you are asked if you are a member. They can ask you even who was the second president of Bunge La Mwananchi. Like that. If you are, because things can happen. This is politics. Someone can bring people from a different. Then you sell your identity to a person who does not even confines with the nini. So we must ask you if you know our norms and the principles. I think you can be able to wish. A mother who gives birth to a child, she will take care of a child well than another mother coming to take care of our child.
True.
So that it is members owned a social movement. So members do come, we ask you a question before you are registered and given member. In fact, I'm member 007.
Okay.
And I came to know Bunge La Mwananchi when I was still at the University of Nairobi. I used to attend there and see how they articulate issues. When I was admitted, we go there, we see how they articulate. So I saw how business is conducted there. And they told me you must shut and study on how. So to the new members, don't feel
discriminated.
I took time. I took time, and now I'm a leader of that social movement, and it is a great achievement of my life. It has really sharpened me. It has also given me publicity. And when you behave well in people will respect you in society.
True.
People will respect you in society, and it is a national platform. People will respect you. I meet people in different sectors, speaker, and sometimes I cover this my nini, because when I don't cover it, you will not walk in the streets.
Only feature.
People, you will even be late in where you are going. So when I feature, you saw me coming with a certain things.
I noticed.
Because when I carry it like this, I will not even reach there. In fact, I will be stopped by 10 people. Oh, I've seen you. So I'm not dodging people, but you get late.
True.
So it is something which has given me a good earning, and it's a great achievement. It's God's plan. I never knew. And I was elected unopposed. I was on internship of that seat for 1 full year. Just starting to organize it.
Ala.
Yeah,
I never knew. So wewe ni speaker namba ngapi kwa since it was started? Ama how do you count that wewe ni speaker number?
Well, count from the formal election started 203
Yeah.
during Kibaki. So 203, 204,
Yeah.
205, 206, 207, 208, 209, like that.
Yeah.
You'll find I'm number 12.
12. Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 12th speaker of Bunge La Mwananchi.
Of Bunge La Mwananchi.
Yeah.
Because you served 2 years.
Mm.
Yeah. But you know, the other speaker wasn't in attendance, so that's why I took over to Nini.
Stabilize.
So this is my 3rd year.
Yeah.
Of being the speaker, and some have even telling me, "Guy, don't go." So they want me to be Museveni. But time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Yeah. So
if they say I continue, why not?
True.
Why not service to mankind?
Yeah, sauti ya wananchi.
Yeah, sauti ya wananchi, and I wish that it remains an organized entity.
Yeah.
As we approach 2027 electoral poll, we are going for seats. I'm also going for an elective seat.
Yeah.
And God Almighty willing, may I win.
Yeah.
So that the changes which we are advocating down there, we can now be in entities whereby they are giving funds by the Constitution.
Yeah.
As enshrined in the Constitution, so that we do to wananchi what we have been saying is not going wrong.
Yeah, true. True.
Yeah.
Maybe as you end up here, there's also the issue of women. Hakuna wamama wengi wanakuwa
Yeah,
kwa
you had
podium.
asked. I was forgetting.
Yeah.
We have women representative, and we have women leaders. Even yesterday, I met some. They were saying that they cannot come because of women are very busy with the household things, maybe young children, things like that. But we have women. When we have dignitaries, when we have a special event, we tell them now you have to be present, and we encourage young ladies who are interested in politics to come and join us.
Yeah.
It is now a good platform, no hooliganism. We have changed. We have changed. You also came, you saw.
Yeah.
We have changed. Women fear. You come, and I normally give them space. Even if you come, even if you are late, I'll just squeeze some people so that you talk. Because women power, we encourage women power in politics. We want them to also get in there, not only women representative. In fact, I'm also saying that we scrap these women representative seats, because women can be nurtured at Bunge La Mwananchi so that they also go on these seats. And just before we wind up, I wanted to talk about the wage bill of this country.
Yeah.
And I would wish that the Independent Electoral Boundary Commission, the IEBC, must not work on increasing electoral boundary, increasing wards, increasing constituencies, because Kenyans are currently overburdened by many seats. In fact, we want those MPs to go back to 210. The governors, we want 18 governors. Some counties should merge so that more resources can go to the development of the country, rather than going into individual people. An MCA, currently we have over 1,450 something MPs, MCAs.
Yeah.
MCAs. It's not only horrific, but utter disrespect to our economy, because Kenya is still a third world country. So we need to work. The IEBC must come on merging certain constituencies. Such constituencies are very small. In Nairobi, there were 8. Why were they increasing?
Yeah.
And the 8, if you pump good resources, I think it will still just be workable. Yeah. The governors reduce. So let's not increase. Please, that money should go into construction of road, boreholes, electric connection, empowering youths in technical and vocational training, and things like that, so that we empower more people rather than few leaders enriching themselves.
Yeah.
And thorough audit should be done. No money, no taxpayers' money should be stolen.
Yeah.
Under Dr. William Ruto government. And I want to humbly request His Excellency President, though I'm not in a position to advise him, but to work on ensuring that we reduce on public wage bill, we reduce on expenditure, so that more resources can go into exploiting the opportunities in different counties.
Yeah.
Because each and every county has a potential. The tourism sector under Rebecca Miano does a good job. The revenue contribution by the ministry is now from 324 billion to 830 something billion.
Yeah.
So if a lot of resources is pumped there, will go to even 2.5 trillion. The tourism alone will be able to fund our economy. And there's no need of even going out to look for employment. Kenya is a country of great potential. So let us use the minimal resources. Let us live within our means. It is not only horrifying, but utter disrespect to our sovereignty and patriotism. Kenyans go to Asian countries and you find that they are really not doing well there because of harassment.
Yeah.
The labor is very bad. And the government must work on ensuring that it creates opportunities for our young generation here locally. Yeah. That is my push.
Having this discussion with you up to now, mimi nisiseme nimeshanga, but niseme I'm amazed with also your eloquence. I'm amazed also with the seriousness that you've taken this role as Speaker of Bunge La Mwananchi. And I think I'm also encouraged that Bunge La Mwananchi is, I want to use, which word? I want to say Bunge La Mwananchi is a credible platform that the national government can also take the views of the members, because it's an official organization. Na pia mmejipanga vizuri. Maybe lastly, as we finish, for the people who are watching and they're also maybe amazed with how credible Bunge La Mwananchi is, and maybe they like to attend your sessions at the official headquarters in Jivanji, or maybe the one in Jacaranda. At what time, from what time do you usually have your sessions, and from what days do you usually have your sessions, so that they can also come and hear and also like changia pia maoni yao kwa your discussions?
Our sessions normally starts at 5. Official session starts at 5. Because many people engage in different economic activities. So when they have finished, they can now come and articulate on issues affecting our country. So we start at 5 at the national headquarters from Monday to Friday. From 5 to 7. Or rather sometimes from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Every day from Monday to Friday. And our members from different branches, they normally come. But we have official sessions on every Thursday, like tomorrow, which normally starts mapema, maybe from 4, because we have different issues to talk. And our members from those branches, the Westland, Jacaranda, the Kamkunji, the Madare, the Roysambu, and also our members from Nakuru. We have members who come from Nakuru and even Mombasa. It's a very serious movement. They come and their chairmen come. I give them platform. They also share with me how discussion. So we watch what is happening, then we discuss it in all our branches. So we are well integrated, and due to the technological environment which we are in, it makes it easy for us to communicate. So that is the time we start, and we have an official session on Thursdays. But every day, even now, if you check your watch, you'll find people there. I've groomed people in my panel who can run a successful bunge, because I'm a good student of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere. You give people also to grow. You don't just, when you are not there, things cannot go in the right direction. You must groom them, so that when you are not there, it's only not that, oh no, a guy is not there, but the legacy can proceed. So you will find the young people coordinating and giving people nafasi kuzungumzia. So that is how we are structured. Those are the times we do our debate, and we ensure that we talk to one another well. The challenges which we are facing, and every organization is facing, even the government, is just finance. And that is a problem of every government, even international organizations. Even United States of America government, finance is a problem everywhere, but we will not make it as a subject of discussion. As problem comes, we sort them. No matter the time, we sort them, so that we operate and ensure that the government can hear us. Wananchi can see these people are fighting for our right. Money is not only everything, but our attitude and our energy. How do we take whatever we are doing? It is a kind of you give it all. It's a passion. Without passion, you cannot run.
True.
And you must have also a strong heart of ensuring you be with people. So that is what we do.
Sasa nimeshukuru.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Thanks for coming.
And thank you very much. And we welcome Kenyans of all walks of life. Welcome to the National Bunge La Mwananchi. where we discuss our issues. Freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, but it must be confined within the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. So we welcome everyone, women, ladies, men, elders, everyone, international community. We normally have South Sudanese who come, even people from Europe and the USA do attend, even from Asia. Yeah, so we welcome you to the National Bunge La Mwananchi headquarters, Nairobi CBD, Javaji Garden, every day from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Yep.
I'm yours, Sagai Tenye.
Yeah.
CPA.
And of course, that's the time that we had for you today. I'm sure if you've watched this conversation from the beginning to now, you'll put some weight to Bunge La Mwananchi. Utaona tu ni something that a forum that people are idle, that they just go and talk, but it's something that has a structure, it's something that has leadership, and it's something that also the national government takes it so serious. Anyway, that's been our time here at Story na Uchino. Nafurahi sana because I mean, niko shocked, ama niko amazed with what Bunge La Mwananchi is, the entity that it is. Hata mimi mwenyewe personally sikuwa najua it goes this deep. Anyway, as you've heard it, that was Speaker Hagai Tenye. Yeye ndio the current speaker wa Bunge La Mwananchi. Na mwakaribisha nyinyi wote. If you are a guy, if you are a lady, if you are a senior woman, if you are a senior man, open to all people. Bora unafikisha the age that is required. Kuja, be there, represent your views, air your views so that you also, the national leaders can get to hear you, and so that also you yourself can also practice your constitutional right. Anyway, I've been your host, Ochino, the only Kenyan who is a man, a boy, and also a friend. We are out. Subscribe to our channel. Kama uja subscribe, tell a friend, ye pia watch hii, na ye pia aweze kuelewa all these things.
We must also ensure that we embrace peace by ensuring matamshi yetu yasiwe yanaleta chuki, matamshi yetu yasiwe yanaleta utengamano ya wanajamhuri ya Kenya. Hayo ndio mambo mimi nataka kusema. Mimi I don't gag everybody here. I don't gag anyone. You are free to oppose the government, but be within the chapter 4 of the Constitution. You are free to support the government, but ensure that matamshi yako sawa. Lakini ukiendelea na kifua, bas mkutano haitaisha, lakini usilie, kwa sababu asiyefunzwa na ulimwengu ufundishwa, asiyefunzwa na mamake ufundishwa na nini? Na ulimwengu.
Story na Ochino.